Okay, I just wanted to finish this because what I didn't want to have happen is that the video would just go out for me. But one of the biggest points of emphasis in this technical communication course is, professional communication. So we do, memos, emails, we do letters, we do a consumer report, we do written instructions, we do a summary, we do evaluation of good and bad instructions, an effective email assignment, that assignment one on which your friends and family members, think of you. We do 8 different discussion boards, and there's quite an array of those. So, and then I also have you submit proposals at the discussion board related to your consumer report, to your written instructions, and so on. So, this class, by the time it's all said and done, it's approximately like 17 weeks from the start to the finish, counting some of the breaks and things that we have. But the part of it, I mean, there is a week or two where there's really nothing assigned. Like one week when we do the summary assignment, I just have you email me the link from the article you're going to use, and so it's spread out pretty well, and it works out, very, very nicely. What I can tell you, though, is in some situations, there's just no way that a company or organization will speak to you. They'll make you put it in writing. And I told you I had a situation where I had water pretty much rapidly running through my property from an adjoining property, and I wanted to resolve this issue with a borough that I lived in. I'll tell you what, the borough solicitor, the borough manager, they have these water engineers. None of them want to talk to you in person. You have to write it, you have to explain it, and so on, and that's pretty much, the way that it is. So there are situations where there's just no other choice, other than doing that. So to me, this class is helpful because it teaches you about formatting, it teaches you about emphasis in writing, and even in getting your writing to be tighter. And if you can do some of those, it's really, really helpful. It does make a difference. What I want to speak to you about a little bit today is marketing and promoting yourself. And one of the biggest areas that I would tell you is to develop a profile on LinkedIn. Now, it doesn't have to be a professional quality profile, but, take a picture of yourself. Take a professional picture, so, like a conservative looking outfit or whatnot, and so that you look like you're going to work. Now, the other thing about it is you can develop your profile a little bit as far as your education, but if you're involved in like nonprofit organizations, the Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts, Relay for Life, Habitat for Humanity, your church, anything like that, believe me, that's really, really invaluable. Now, if you're like a treasurer for your church or a secretary for an organization, that is even more helpful to list that, but also extracurricular activities that you were involved in high school, that you are involved in now or in college. All of that really, really does make a difference. On LinkedIn, too, if you want to get linked with me, that would be good. And on LinkedIn, if you ever want me to recommend you, so I could write you a 2-paragraph recommendation and comment on you, and it's available publicly. The other advantage of LinkedIn is there are jobs postings that are available, and of course you can join a group. So if you're in the web design, you can join a web editing group. I'm in teaching, and there's like education teaching professionals, and people that are in higher education teaching professionals or something. There's a number of people here that are involved in that. But it's good to get involved in these groups because somebody that's in public relations here said, that somebody posted on their site, hey, there's a job that's available at St. Francis College, and they're looking to hire an assistant public relations director. So it helps you to get linked together with people, and of course, using the other types of social media is good. There's a lady, and if you want to look her up, I think I'll find the name of her website, but her name is Julie Jones, and she has a bakery that's just fantastic, and she has a Facebook page, and she has pictures of cakes and cupcakes and all different types of things that I think it's called Schoolhouse Bakery that she has designed. There was a cake that she did for a state trooper. It looks exactly like the state trooper emblem, you know, a Sweet 16 party. And it's just gorgeous. And then plus, she uses Pinterest, which is a nice site as far as that goes. And she uses others to really promote her business. And it has taken off, and it's done very, very well. There used to be a chef here locally in southwestern Pennsylvania who passed on a couple Christmases ago. His name was Chef Dado. But he used like Facebook. He used a whole series of YouTube videos, which is a site obviously that I like. But he used some like showing specialty foods. So he was from Russia, and he did, you know, foods of Russia, foods of Slovakia, foods of Ireland. And his restaurant still does that. But his social media was so helpful that he got on the Food Network on this hamburger challenge. So he was in a national televised show because of that. And naturally, you know, you want to have a website. A family member of mine has a website for this T. Rose photography. So she's a public school teacher, but she also does photography, wedding photography. Beautiful, but this website is really, really nice. So, you know, like I said, marketing yourself is helpful. I have a degree into teaching and writing, but I also have a master's in professional writing. And so I went to Chatham University in Pittsburgh to get that master's in professional writing. And while I was there, there were a number of students that were professional writers that freelanced. And so, you know, they had a blog site, they had a web page. They, you know, used all different types of social media, and of course they were sending out emails and query letters and just ways of generating business. But a lot of these tools are free. You just have to update them. But social media used wisely can be helpful. Now, what I also wanted to tell you was 3 different topics. WCCC offers career services, okay? And we have Sherry Knoll, who's our coordinator, director of career services, Joanna Mariak, and we have another employee there. They can help you with resume design. They can do a mock interview with you. They can help you with an internship, which is a nice opportunity because you can work and you can get 3 credits and you can work for a company. Lots of times you aren't paid. They're usually between 100 and 150 hours. Some years back, I had a student that was an intern for the Pittsburgh Pirates, and now she works for their public relations department. So if you're interested, you know, you could contact her at knowlec@wccc.edu and set up an internship. I teach a criminal justice writing class, and Detective Tom Moran, who speaks often in class, had an intern with him from Pitt. And so every case that he went on, every person he interviewed, and everything, she went along with him and she helped him to, you know, to work on some of the writing and, you know, just to sit there and assist. The coroner's office, I've had students that work for them, but Westmoreland County, like the director of human services, he takes interns, and lots of other companies do. In many fields, they require them. So I just wanted, you know, to suggest that to you. Career Services also provides job shadowing, so if you want to follow around someone in a job for a day, they offer that opportunity, and they have career fairs that they advertise as far as that goes. If you want to, I would encourage you to look at the Occupational Outlook Handbook, which is published by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and it'll tell you some of the opportunities within your field. And the really cool thing about that is it'll tell you starting salaries, if you have, like if you get a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, and so on, how much more you can make and that sort of thing. And they also, if you look at the bottom of that, they have this site called ONET, and it'll actually give you some of the requirements and responsibilities for the field. Some people actually will copy that and use that in their, you know, their resume. So wanted to mention that. And then just the last thing that I wanted to tell you is with your first resume or second resume and so on, obviously you can do that with yourself. You know, you can do that yourself or with the help of Career Services. But once you start to get further along in your career, just pay a professional company to do it for you, especially if you have to do a longer resume, which is called a curriculum vitae. Don't do that yourself. You know, just like a professional tax accountant can help you, and this can help you as well. So I'm at 10 minutes, and I don't want this to go out. So that's it. Thanks.